Thanks for all your help. All this money, what are we gonna do with it? So it seems I can't get him to say what he said last time. He's basically the leader of the cats, and, yeah. He's the reason why, all the cats are outside Giovanni's house. So, guys, I'm sorry about the last episode. Remember that thing I had to apologize for a few episodes back where, for some reason, my mic stopped working and I had to do a little bit of post-commentary to make up for it? Yeah, the same glitch happened and I don't know why. So, yeah, I know this is a weird place to start off the episode, especially because, technically this isn't a new episode, this is just part 2 of the other episode, but this is going to go up on a separate day, so screw it, I'm considering another episode. In any case, I guess I'll quickly play the title then. Yeah, that you guys are just getting a short title, sorry. Anyway, what I was trying to show off last episode before it crapped out on me is that, normally you're not allowed to transform in front of people unless you have like an action replay or something. However, there's a glitch you can do at Giovanni's house where, if I can do it correctly, this might take a few tries, because I actually don't remember exactly how to do this here. It requires clipping through the floor here in a particular way so that, yeah. It requires clipping through the floor here in a particular way so that, you can transform in Giovanni's house and literally just walk out the door. This might take a few tries, so excuse me for a minute. Okay, so after those shenanigans, again, sorry about that. Kind of have to make up for last time where I couldn't show anything because, my recording crapped out on me. Um, since we activated that, Howling Stone back in Snow Peak, ruins, we have to go visit the Hero Shade, and, oh god, this is gonna be a killer on my voice, because my voice is still somewhat strained now. So, inside of this, Kakariko Graveyard, this is the second to last time we're going to meet the Hero Shade. We're actually getting very close to the revelation about who he is, too. And it's a pretty damn sad one for people who already know the truth about who he is. In any case, let's walk up to him.
We meet again. There is but a few hidden skills left for me to teach you. I have warned you once before, but if you fail to execute the hidden skills I'm about to teach you, your life may be forfeit. Do you still wish to master this skill? Very well. But before we begin, I must test to ensure you have mastered the last secret I have taught you. The mortal draw. Now then, come at me! Excellent. It appears you are certainly capable of find my lost art. Very well then. My sixth hidden skill is the jump strike. Let it be hewn into your mind. One of the basic sword techniques is the jump attack. It inflicts great damage, but none would call it effective against multiple foes. To perform the jump strike, prepare a jump attack, but focus power on your blade. The surge as the blade releases, you can strike all enemies around you. This is the jump strike. Lock on with L, and then press and hold A. Wait for the right time to release your strike. size. Do not forget the timing for releasing the power you have just felt. The sixth hidden skill, the jump strike, has been passed on.
You learn the sixth hidden skill, the jump strike. While L targeting, press and hold A to focus, and then release.
There is but one hidden skill left for me to pass on to you. You are already endowed with the strength required of the hero. Do you not already feel the courage granted by this strength as it guides you step by step towards your true enemy? Believe in your strength. Continue to push forward unflinchingly and without straying from your path. May we meet again.
Now over in Farron Woods, as soon as we walk up to here, or at least once we get closer, I guess. It has been a while since we took a walk in the forest, huh? Yes. And how our world has changed. Do you know about the far side of this deep gorge? Some say there is an ancient temple deep in the woods that guards a sacred power. The ancestors of the Hylians created the temple. Signs of their civilization, ancient, but very sophisticated, are everywhere. If someone could obtain the power of this ancient people, well, I am sure it would go a long way towards saving Hyrule. Link, would you take on this task? Would you cross the gorge and find the ancient power sleeping in the temple? I hate to break it to you, but we kind of already have it on our backs. I knew you would. To cross the gorge, just use my partner here. That's pretty impressive to just do with your fingers. Do you doubt my partner's skills? He flies like a dream, believe me. You know, it's kind of interesting that this is the first NPC that openly acknowledges Kuko flying. Well, you will definitely make it across the gorge. Wait and see, my doubting friend. So, as this is the first NPC to acknowledge Kuko flying, we can use this gold Kuko to go over here. I just realized I missed a treasure chest over there. Wow. So, while we could use Wolf Link, we basically have to prove to Russell that we can get here on our own, so we have to go through this puzzle again with the Cuckoo. And you'll actually notice as we go over here, and whoa, I almost messed that up. As we go over here, and did those keys come back? No, they didn't. Actually, let's speak to him as a wolf. I'm curious, what does he say? Twinkle, twinkle, little cuckoo, I am gold and not for you. Apparently he's a terrible poet. So, you may notice when we go over here, the puzzle has actually changed. I need the Gale Boomerang for that. I love how I'm full on slingshot ammo when I don't even use the damn thing. So, we aim over there, and we go grab this Cuckoo. Actually, I should point out, if you're ever afraid of losing this Cuckoo, don't be, because the moment you throw him off a ledge like this, he'll just instantly fly back. And while you can get over here as Wolf Link, by the way, this section you have to use the Cuckoo pretty much. So even if you transform, don't bother. While we're going through this puzzle, I mentioned it in the last video. Well, this is still supposed to be one video, but I had to forcibly stop recording. Twilight Princess HD. A few things I want to mention about that. I am really, really happy that it's actually happening, and you, because we're kind of finished using you anyway. So, it's pretty self-explanatory what we're doing here. We essentially have to do Lost Woods again, and we have to do Lost Woods again, but as a human, because this time you actively have to hunt down Skull Kid, because he's gonna hide out of your reach with the bow, with using the bow and arrow and everything. So, I should mention, Twilight Princess HD. Sorry about that. I had a cough again. Twilight Princess HD. I'm really happy it's happening, but I gotta admit, I am a bit bewildered and a bit disappointed that they're just reusing the models from, this game. I mean, I know that Wind Waker HD did that too, that it's not, it's not new models or anything. Everything's just upscaled, but it looks prettier. The thing is, Wind Waker, has its own unique art style. And by the way, it's easier to see his lantern now that everything's dark. Wind Waker had his own unique art style and everything, so it's just kind of hard to, it was hard to judge the game pretty much just because it was timeless with the way that it looked. With Twilight Princess, it really needed the HD update. And yeah, it's technically getting it, but it's basically just, Twilight Princess, which it looks cleaned up. Which, I'm happy that it's getting, a re-release and everything. I pre-ordered the bundle with the amiibo, which, oh my god, I'm so happy for that. But, I'm just gonna get rid of you guys, because you're kind of annoying me with the fact that you're chasing me. So, I'm happy about it and everything, but at the same time, I'm just kind of disappointed that it's the same models, just upscaled with better textures and everything. I thought it was gonna be, like, legitimately just... What? Hold on one second. Wow! I never knew this was here! Holy crap, I just discovered something new. Well, considering I never knew this was here, this is probably just like a piece of, like rupees or something, right? Oh, bombs. 30? Holy crap, I really didn't know this was here. Okay, you learn something new every day. In any case, see what I mean? You actually do have to actively aim at him now. So, I'm disappointed that it's just upscaled models with new textures and everything, but at the same time, I am really, really happy that the game is being made. It's an excuse to buy the game again for the Wii U, definitely. And like I said before, in Snow Peak Ruins, if the whole, leak about Twilight Princess HD was real, I'm gonna cover it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cover it in a future video, so don't worry about that, guys. Be sure to look forward to that when the game actually comes out. So I guess we're gonna have one more bonus video at the end of this LP then, huh? If there is one thing that I'm praying for when the game gets released, I really, really hope that if they're just gonna update the textures and, like in terms of like graphitality and all that, if all they're doing is updating the textures, I really hope what they end up doing is, and I don't remember what to do here. I think, do I have to keep chasing him or is he in this area? I don't remember. Oh, no, he's over there. So I heard something creepy, and I just realized that's the bus outside, because I got worried for a second. It's like, whoa, I have my TV on low, so it's like, where's that coming from? In any case, yeah, he's kind of leading us in a circle right now, which, am I going the right way? Huh. Oh, over here. Yeah, because I know that at a certain point, you have to, like, look up and try to aim at him with the bow and arrow. Okay, not yet. Where are we going? You can look, just like last time, you can look for where you have to go, if you can see the lantern and everything. And it is easier to see this time, just because you can hear him and everything. But I kind of forget where I have to aim. Is he in this area? I don't remember. Hold on a minute, guys. I actually don't know where I'm going. Wow, there's a Poe here. I'll be right back, actually. I'm gonna go get that Poe, and then I'm gonna go find the Skull Kid. Okay, I heard him. Yeah, I just remembered. What you're supposed to do is go over here. He's hiding in the trees, and you gotta shoot him. Like, whoa, right in front of my face. Okay, back on the subject of Twilight Princess HD. Jeez. Um, I'm excited for the game, but if it is just pretty much going to be a standard HD collection thing where he kind of just vanished, if it's going to be a standard HD collection thing like what they did with Kingdom Hearts, I really hope that it's essentially the game's cleaned up and everything, but they do what Wind Waker HD did, where the game's more streamlined. Like maybe fix the Ilias side quests, which were gonna come up after this dungeon, and like maybe do like trading side quests, like a Link's Awakening, to make some of the useless items have a purpose and everything. Because again, one of the issues Twilight Princess has, even though it's my favorite 3D Zelda game, is that you really don't. There's a lot of items that just become like plain useless after a while, and it'd be really rectified if they had like you know, trading side quests that you can just trade them to get stuff. Like maybe you could trade the go on a side quest so you can trade in your slingshot to get like the crossbow from Link's crossbow training, where yeah, it rapid fires, but like you can't aim or something like that. I don't know, like I'm just kind of spitballing ideas here. And you know, especially with the amiibo support, I'm just curious what is actually going to change in the game. And another thing too, and this, it has to be a must, by the way, with this game. If you're gonna do an HD version of the game, and it's just gonna be, you know, a standard HD version, not like, you know, new models and everything, it's just, you know, an HD port. For the love of God, give this game an orchestrated soundtrack. I said before at the beginning of the LP, I thought this was the first Zelda game to have an orchestra. It's not, except for the opening, and I think Hyrule Field. Please, for the love of God, give this game an orchestrated soundtrack. That's the one thing this game deserves. That it deserves that orchestrated soundtrack that it never got. Anyway, we beat Skull Kid for the last time, so that's its final appearance until Hyrule Warriors, pretty much. Speaking of which, I kind of hope that his design in for Hyrule Warriors, like for one of the costumes he'll have, well, if he has a costume, I'm not sure because he's technically DLC. If he gets a costume, I really hope that he gets you know, this game, his appearance in this game as a costume, because that'd be really cool. Anyway, we go over here. We go over here, and this seems pretty familiar, huh? Once we push over this block. The Sacred Grove. An ancient forest. So this is what they were talking about. Yep, we're back in the Sacred Grove. A little interesting tidbit. When Russell mentioned the whole, this place is built by ancient Hylians and everything, that's kind of conflicting considering this is in the child timeline, but I won't get into that till we actually go into the next dungeon, because I feel it's a topic for another time, and guess what? Another golden bug! And this one won't actually run away from us, so we can use the hook shot on it. Claw shot. I keep calling it by the wrong name. Anyway, you got the male snail. What? Oh, right. We collected this before. We need its mate. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. My bad. So, before we go off to where we got the Master Sword, because, yeah, it's kind of vague what you have to do here. Remember when we fought the Skull Kid for the first time? Let's actually go back there, shall we? Because there's something for us. Two things, actually. Back to where we fought Skull Kid for the first time, you break this rock, and guess what? It's a Poe, in broad daylight of all things. So, we beat up this Poe. We collect yet another Poe soul, and if I remember correctly, where we broke that rock, we can dig under here. Now inside here, I don't remember what you get in this area, but there's a bunch of evil Deku Babas, pretty much. So, I'm gonna cut to, like, kill all these things. Jeez, get off me. Okay, now that all the Dekubabas are killed, let's see what we get for this. You get a piece of heart. Oh, wow, I actually forgot this is one of the places we had to go. Okay, so it's a good thing I stopped. So, yeah, even I forget some things in this game sometimes, so it's a good thing we came here. But there's actually one more thing for us, and it actually requires the spinner. How many times have I said actually in that last, those last 5 minutes? Don't count that. So, we climb back up here, if I can go get my claw shot, and the spinner. Go up here, because, you know, we don't want to climb the... Link, go up. Okay. Because we don't want to, you know, just waste our time climbing vines, pretty much. We use the spinner over here. Go the wrong way. We use the spinner over here. Go all the way around. Eventually. This is actually a pretty cool looking area, too. And we get this treasure chest over here, which contains... an orange rupee. Oh, okay. So the piece of heart is what we really wanted, but this was also nice to get. Now, let's go back over to where the Master Sword pedestal was. Back over in the Master Sword pedestal, and I should point this out before. I may have mentioned this back when we pulled out the Master Sword for the first time. A fun fact about this area is that originally there was supposed to be this this extra dungeon that took place in a gigantic forest that took place behind this area, which you'll see why once we go to the next dungeon, and I'll talk about a bit of that once we're in that dungeon. But it's kind of vague what you have to do here, but essentially you have to put the Master Sword in its pedestal again. Don't know why that does that, but yeah. So, now you may notice that statue disappeared so we can get inside that door. So, let's go there, shall we? However, on our way there, guess what we gotta fight? Normally, you may see this as a bad thing, but now we can warp here whenever we want. And it's a good thing, too, because we have to come back here at least more than once. And get ready for this, guys. After we beat up these shadow creatures, which for the life of me, I actually don't know their name. Wow, I forgot what button it was to activate the force field for a second. Oh, there was another one. Damn it. I didn't see that other one over there. My bad. Ow. Come on. Ow. Fine, I'll just kill some of them. Or I can accidentally kill all of them. Thanks, Keese. Jeez, I'm having a really bad trouble. He pushed me out of the way. Okay, at least we got all of them. So, guess what, guys? That was the last Shadow Beast encounter of the game. Yeah, we now have every warp location in Hyrule. So, we can essentially go anywhere we want now. Well, for the most part. So, let's go back up to that door, shall we? You may notice that this section right here, there's nothing in this area. That's going to become important in a few seconds. On top of that, too, you may also notice when we were in this area before, there's a broken treasure chest. That's also important for later, which by later I mean a few seconds. So, we go up here, and let's go over to this door. That music sound familiar? Yep. We're in the Temple of Time from Ocarina of Time. Something about what Russell said. A lot of people speculated that Twilight Princess may have taken place in the Hero Dies timeline because you go to the Sacred Grove. But because this is in the Child timeline, apparently, in this timeline, The Temple of Time was moved into a forest, which eventually rotted away and became the Sacred Grove. This is the Temple of Time, as you can indicate by the Ocarina of Time music. It's the same exact track, too, as a fun fact. So, I pointed out before, you want to note those crevices in the wall and the broken statue. It's blocked by owl statues in this area. And by the way, similar to Wind Waker, when you went back in time, everything was black and white. You may notice everything's diluted when you go back in time here. It's actually a pretty nice touch, too. So, we go further to where the pedestal was in the past. Realistically, the Master Sword should still be here, but, you know, it's not, somehow. So, we just do what we did last time in the present and strike the pedestal. So instead of turning into a child, we activated a glowing staircase that goes up into that stained glass wall, which is actually a hologram. Apparently, there's something behind that, and we saw Uku follow us into the past and went inside there. I wonder why she did that. Well, that's for a later time. In the next episode of Twilight Princess, we go inside the store, and we go deeper inside the Temple of Time. Maybe there's a mirror shard in here. Kind of interesting how Zant was able to get this mirror shard back in time, but weirder stuff has happened. In any case, see you guys next time.